This is the first video for lesson 1 and I'm going to go over the alphabet from A to M. The Teeline alphabet is based on the longhand alphabet, so when you're learning it, it's easy to visualise the letters but written in a certain way. Some capitals and some small. For example, a capital A, the A in Teeline is taken from the top and looks like that. A small b is used for a B in Teeline and it looks like a big 6 from top to bottom. C looks like a C in longhand. Now D is a very common letter in the English language and needs a quick way of writing it. So it's one of the few letters that doesn't resemble the longhand letter, and it's just a line from left to right. So the directions of the letters are important. B goes downwards towards the line, D goes across, and E is taken from the corner of a capital E. The vowels are smaller than the consonants, just as they are in longhand. Now you need the line here for F, because F can go in two directions and it will end up above the line, one version, and it's a loop of an old-fashioned F and a loop underneath. But it can go in either direction both times. So if I give you a second version, the second version is just to make it easier to write if the first version's a bit awkward. So the first version is always the one that's used the most. You need the line here because G, take away that part of the G and you're left with a loop rather than a circle, and the whole thing goes through the line just as it does in longhand. H sits on the line and you've taken this part of the H away and you're left with a line going downwards. If you take the dot of the I away, you're left with an angle, you angle it, and you're left with that, which is, again, should be the same size as the A and the E. J, take away the dot, and the last part of the J ends up through the line. If you take this line from a capital K, you're left with a large arrow pointing left. Now L, I'll put the line in again, L looks like a longhand L, and when you write it you automatically get that flourish, that loop at the end, but it can have two other directions. It can have a direction going from the line upwards, so it's going upwards now from the line to the top, this one goes downwards, or you can have it straighter without that loop. So 3 different versions, not directions. 2 going down, 1 straighter depending on what it's joined to, 1 with a little flourish, and sometimes it can go upwards. But this one, I'll write it again just to be clear, this one is the more common. If you take this loop away from the M, you're left with a curve on the line going from left to right. Now, if I take these away, and as I'm writing them again, just the T line, I want you to try and visualise the longhand letters. Capital A, remember, was how the A is formed. A small b, C, D is just a line going across, the corner of a capital E. F was the loop. G, through the line and you're losing the circle. H is the tail of a small h going straight down. And I, sorry, that should be angled more. I goes down and you lose the dot. J, take away the dot. K, take away the line. L has a bit of a flourish at the end automatically, and M you take away the loop. So you can almost see the longhand letters in the Teeline letters when they're written like that. So now I want you to go over the vowels and the alphabet consonants in the lesson and use the worksheet to help you learn them, and then you can have a look at the next video from N to Z.